Okay, Ramnik, start.
Like to welcome the CEO.
Audiences in our group, whether anyone has joined or they are planning to join here, or if not, then I can directly present my presentation, which I have prepared for all of you. So let me know, Ramnik, whether we can start right now or should we wait for some few more audiences.
Yes, everyone has
Yes, we can.
joined.
We can.
Okay, okay, no problem. So I'll do one thing. I'll just quickly present my screen, and then we can start our discussion. So basically, I have not prepared anything much because I have only 2 days week off, and I have not prepared much thing. But what I'm planning to do here, I just wanted to cover about that why we need this Python, and what are the scopes for this Python language, and how we can get that, and what are the importance of these things. So we will cover these why, what, and how, and based upon that only I will be covering this entire session. So I don't have much presentation, but I'll try to summarize it in better way. So these are my agenda, that why Python, and what is the motivation behind this Python, and what are the use cases of these Python in real world, and what are the industry-wise case studies. I think a few industry-wise case studies will be there, which I'll present you that how it is working in our real life. So these are the things which I just wanted to present in today's session. So first of all, we will just discuss that why Python, and why. First of all, whenever we are going for any college, suppose if you are a student and you want to enroll yourself into a college, you just wanted to do some homework behind that college. You need to identify that whether how is the placement, and how is the faculties in this particular organization, and what are the good things in that. So you are doing some basic research
Sorry
on
to
that.
interrupt you, Nishant sir. Actually, your screen is not visible.
Oh, it's not visible.
Yeah. That's why.
Let me just hold on. Let me know it's visible or not.
Yeah, it is visible now.
Okay, thank you, Saurav.
Okay.
So as I have told you that I will be covering in this pattern, why Python, and what is the motivation behind this Python, what are the use cases, and we will try to cross check all those use cases one by one. So I was just telling that whenever we need to identify the benefit of this Python, then only we can go ahead and we can identify that what are the job opportunities, what are the average salaries. So these are the things which we need to do in advance before doing anything. So that is the motivation behind this. So first of all, this why Python regarding this Python, because uh, earlier different languages were also there, but why suddenly it has picked up in the market. So the main 3 points which are behind this Python popularity is that we have this better and faster readability, and it's just like an English. We can read and write like an English language, so it is very easy to understand, and that's the reason behind its popularity. So that is one thing. I'll tell you that how this faster readability has helped us in this popularity. And second one was this open source software. So it helps for development for new startups companies where they don't have to purchase any license. So it is very useful for those new startup companies. And third one is this big data compatibilities. So we have so many inbuilt, we have so many libraries are there for this Python, which help us. This is the main advantages behind this Python. That's the reason everybody is moving towards this Python. So as I have told you that these are the three pillars for Python. Many other things are also there. The three key points in Python is this faster readability. It means that it can be easily implemented by any industry, let it be IT industry or non-IT industry. So we can easily implement it, and it can be easily managed by them. Even though in non-IT industries also it can be easily identified, implemented because of this faster readability. So that is the main advantage behind this. Now you must be thinking that why we are talking about this faster readability. Everybody knows that it's simple English, but the thing is that it is very much important in our this data scientist position. Earlier, you must be knowing that when even this data science was there since beginning. Data science is just mathematics. It was there since beginning also. But why it was not implemented at that time? Why machine learning was not that much popular at that time? Or why AI was not popular at that time in 1985 or before that? Because mathematics was there even earlier also. We are having many equations, with the same equations which we are exploring right now. So that is also there right now also. But why it was there earlier also? But why we were not exploring at that time? The main thing was that the industry expert were there, and they were having some expert knowledge about that mathematics, and they were not having they were hiring some other developers to code it. So there were some mismatch. There was some gap between these two. That industry expert was a separate team, and the separate team was for coding purpose. So now these two things are merged together because of this easy and faster readability. Now the same mathematician or the same statistician can do coding also, simple coding. So this is the importance of this Python, that simple, faster readability. Now it can be implemented in my industry, the industry where I am working. Here also, earlier, it completely we were working on core field, core telecom field. But now what is happening? It is we are using this Python language, and we are using this using our ML, machine learning algorithms. We are exploring that, and accordingly we are helping our customer, our clients. So that is the main advantage behind this Python. So that's the reason, first of all, we need to understand the importance of this Python language. So we know that why Python is important right now in our life. So this point, I hope this point is clear with everyone, that why Python is required in our life. So I'll move to another slide, and this is the motivation. I just captured randomly. I have captured from one of the website that what is the motivation behind this Python. So you can see that right now it has been already used by Google. It has been already adapted by Google and Netflix, even Facebook also, Yahoo. So many companies are adapting this Python, and you can see here even in 2018 also it was termed as number 2 language. In 2015 it was named as number one, ranked number 1 in all programming language. So these are the motivations behind this Python. Even it is being used in NASA also. So because of this readability only it is being used. It is very much popular because of this readability. So now you can understand that why every company is behind this Python. So if you want to take job, if you want to grab this opportunity, you must be expert in this Python language in this current scenario. In my current telecom industry right now, those guys who have only core knowledge, core telecom knowledge, or core their industry expertise, they are not developing as much as those who are having this Python knowledge, those who have this scripting knowledge. So it is very much must in that. You can see here the small trend chart since 2012 to 2016. And you can see here the blue line is for this Python and big data chart. And this SAS is there in amber color, and the green is for R and big data. So you can see here Python and big data is booming. So it is at the top. So this is old data. I don't have latest stats for this. Otherwise, I could have attached that one. But it is there at the big picture. It is at the top. So we need to think that if it is there in the top, so we should be behind the top things. Don't go for the second language. I know that second language, other languages where are also having some advantages. Even Java is also one of the popular languages. But still, we have this Python where each and every industry is adapting, and even in non-IT industries also they are adapting this Python language. So these are the some motivation behind this Python. This is a chart where you can show you can see that which are the new companies, big companies who are adapting this Python. Facebook is already there, and Netflix is there, and a priori model they are following. They are using ML algorithm for any. Suppose if you have watched one movie, another their recommendation is getting popped up because of these a priori model ML model. So all these things are being used uh, with the help of Python only. So that's the important behind the Python. You can use it for start to the end. Just hold on. Sorry. Okay, so these are the motivation behind that, and you can search for other companies also. Many companies are there in the market who are adopting this Python, and there are many requirements in this Python. Recently, there is good requirement in Accenture. My friends are working there, and they have told me that if, they have some requirement for Accenture company also. TCS is also having some good requirements behind this for Python developers. So these are the Python motivations that you can motivate yourself that okay, these are the things which are there. Now we have already covered this part that why Python, why this is important, and now we need to understand that what are the job opportunities available in market. And suppose if we have already learned this Python language, what could we achieve in market? So there are many things. If you are expert in this Python language, in then and if you are from IT background, then definitely you can get this software developer position. If not, if suppose you, even though if you are from some another background, some suppose you are from banking field, or some you are from some other field, even though at that time also you can use this Python, you can leverage the learning from Python language, and you can become a data scientist for that position. So many opportunities are available in the market for different positions, for different expertise. You can get different roles. If you have you are expert, you can get senior software developer position. If you have just basic knowledge about, not basic, if you have some good knowledge about Python and you are fresher, you can get this software developer position or web developer position. And suppose if you don't have this IT background, but you have some basic knowledge about this Python, even then also you can become a data analyst or data scientist. So these are the different uh, opportunities which are there in the market. And even we have different salary, average salaries are also there. Uh, I could means as main industries. I'll not tell about my company average salary, but from different one of my friends company, I got this data that average salary for a software developer was around 5.5 to 7.5 per annum, and for data scientist it is approximately 7 to 12 per annum. So these are the average salaries which we can achieve. So you must if you are just learning this Python, just keep in mind that if you are good position, if you have good skill in that, you can achieve this much salary. But only Python is not enough. You need to go for some other certifications also. I suggest that if you are going for Python language, you need to do some certification on either. Suppose if you are moving, you can do some cloud certification also. Or if you want to do Python, then data science course also you can do that. So it will be helpful for your future, for your future growth, because right now these two things are in demand. Data, I think you have already seen that data is the main requirement in our industry, and everywhere we need data. So I think if you are doing some cloud certification, then also you will be on top. And if you do data science course, then also it will be very much fruitful, because both of them involves data, and data is the main thing which is there in our current industry. Everyone is playing on this data only. If you have because everyone is working on behind this data only. So Python plus cloud or Python plus data science is the way forward. You can go ahead and you can do that. You can enroll yourself with Bazre, or you can talk to Saurabh, and accordingly you can do these courses and you can enhance your learnings. So these are the job opportunities and average salary. Sorry, I was not having any slide for this, but I have just quickly covered that what are the job opportunities and what are the average salaries for behind that. So you can keep in mind it is also a motivation for any person, anybody. Now we'll move towards next slide. So these are the Python uses. I have just captured from one of the website that how much market share is there with this industry, that how much data analysis, how much web development, and how much is there for scrapping and machine learning. So these are the just percentage. And here, these are the use cases of Python. What are the real uses for Python in our real world? So you can see that in our real world, we have web application development. You can use, if you know Python, you can go for web application development, or you can go for data science, or you can go for artificial intelligence, or for game development, Internet of Things, and web scraping as well. Once when I say about it, this about web application development, it means that we have different ways, and Python has many web development frameworks like Django and Flask. So you can leverage those also with the help of this Python. And when I say this data science, I think you already know that this data science is highly demanded skill, and it is on top of everything. And we for this data science you can use require many of the libraries, many libraries from Python, like pandas, numpy, scipy. So all of these are required for doing your data science, doing your data extraction from your data set. So these are the things which you required with in this data science. So if you are talking about artificial intelligence, there also you have so many inbuilt this libraries like Keras, TensorFlow, NumPy, SciPy. So you can use all these libraries, and you can help. You can handle so much computation requirement for developing all these ML models, because AI and ML, these things requires huge amount of calculations. They suppose ML, if you talk about ML, machine learning algorithms, they are doing prediction or they are doing any classification based upon some calculations. And because it depends your data set, from your existing data set, your machine is learning that what should be the result if you have these many inputs. So it is based upon some mathematical expression, and they are doing those calculation based upon this. So if you don't have proper this calculation computation, some additional computation requirement are there. So you need some smart libraries which we have in this Python. So that's the main importance behind this Python language, and which you can leverage and which you can use in your day-to-day life. Now, I think you can use, okay, there is one important thing about this Internet of Things. So right now, this Internet of Things is also in huge demand. And I guess in 2021 and 2022, there will be huge demand of this Internet of Things. First of all, I just wanted to briefly explain that how these Internet of Things are working. So as you know that right now there are many developments happening in our industries. Yeah, just take an example of this telecom industry. Right now, you must have heard about 5G. 5G developments. So 5G technology is evolving everywhere. In India also, recently you have seen one news that Juhi Chawla has um, she had requested, she has launched a case against 5G implementation, and that she told that there is some impact on environment. So you must be aware that these are so important topics. That's the reason every important celebrity is involving in these things, because in future these are the main things which will be there. Now, if I talk about 5G, 5G means high speed, and everything will be connected to each other. Even your small equipment, your clock, your hospital, your vehicle, each and everything will be connected. Machine to machine will interact with each other. Your car will interact with another car. Even my company has already developed, they are doing some development also. I cannot disclose it, apologies. But many developments are happening like that. So what is happening there, if suppose multiple things, multiple machines will interact, then for handling it, there is some requirement that how it should be handled. There is requirement of smart and readable scripts. So those smart things can be, because the developers who are developing all these electronic things cannot do those codings. If suppose if a Java developer is required for that, they cannot do that. And because those normal electricians or those uh, expert that industry expert will not be able to do that much coding which is required for Java, but they can easily learn Python and they can implement it. So that's the importance of this Internet of Things also. Right now, it is going to change our market. And you have already seen in this COVID situation also. Right now, everything is happening over Internet. You can purchase your groceries over Internet. You can do anything from Internet only. Now, nobody is going outside. Everything is getting purchased from with the help of all those apps, which is based upon based upon Internet only. So this connection, this is the future. Now everything, you can say that I can say that, because of everyone is telling that right now COVID is impacting their jobs. COVID is impacting so many things. But I guess for industry like IT industries or for telecom industries, I think COVID has not impacted us, but it has given a way forward for our future. In our future, everything will be dependent upon this Internet of Things. And that's the reason we all need to go ahead and we all need to learn all these languages, Python with data science or Python with this cloud certifications. We need to do that. We need to prepare ourselves for our future, and we need to go ahead. We need to enhance ourselves. So that's all for the real world uses of this Python. And now we will talk about something which is apart from this IT industries. So I think you can see that Python is already getting used in finance field, telecom field, automobile field, and healthcare field. And everywhere it is in same of demand. Right now, there are many data scientist positions available for healthcare business and even for telecom industries also, even in finance field also. I have so many colleagues in this automobile industry and even in healthcare industries, and they all have these many demands, and these demands are based upon this Python plus data science. So I would say that you also leverage these things. You learn fast and you adapt fast, and then you can fit for our industry. I think that's all I have for you guys, because I have not prepared much, but I think that's all from my side for today. And let me know if you have anything or any questions if you want to ask, which I'll try to explain as much as possible. Thank you.
Okay, Nishant sir. Chiru want to ask one question. Okay, what he want to ask?
Yeah.
What are the main topics we need to cover in Python?
Okay. So in main thing is that first of all you need to cover ops. Your object oriented programming should be there. And right now you should be aware about functions. Function is also very important for your day to day activities. And I think rest of the things, I think lambda functions, these are the small things, but basically you are mainly using this object oriented programming and functions. These are the main things which you are using everywhere.
Okay, okay, sir. Rajkumar want to ask one question. Okay, is there
Mhm.
any alternative software applicable in place of Python like C?
Uh, See, first of all, this Python. Could you please repeat the question? What was the question?
Rajkumar want to ask, is there any alternative software applicable in place of Python like C?
In place of Python,
Yeah,
like C.
actually,
I think, yes.
Rajkumar want to
Actually,
ask.
every, yeah, go ahead, Saurabh. Please, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
Uh, okay, so regarding this Python, every language is having its own advantages and disadvantages. Now, the Python is very much usable. It's very much popular because of this readability. Earlier, for all those C language or C++, we were having some syntax. Remember, we used to for int function, you need to define each and everything, and you need to follow those syntax. If there is any syntax error, then your program will not run, your program will not execute. So these are the things, simple things, which is removed in this Python. Now we don't need to worry about those syntax. It's being taken care with the help of this indentation. So I think these are the small things. Every language is having their own positive and negative things. But I think Python is developed based upon all those disadvantages from other languages, and the developer has tried to develop it in such a way that it should be more readable, it should be more usable, and in respect to other languages. Yeah.
Okay. Chidu want to ask one more question. If we import some databases from Kaggle sites, okay, and if we
Mm.
apply OOPS concept on that, is it useful?
Why not? I think I would recommend it that everyone should have this Kaggle account and they should use this. They should use, everyone should use dataset if you, because practice makes sense. You need to download dataset from Kaggle. You need to work up upon that. You just try and practice it. The more practice, the more you practice, the more you will get from it. So that is very much useful for you guys.
Priyansu asked one question. Okay, is Python mainly for data science?
No, Python is not just for data science. Python is for everything. So it is, you can go for this wave scraping also. You can go for web development also. Even app development also, you can go for this Python. On top of that, gaming also you can go for this, and even IoT. So many, there are many uses of these Python languages. You can go for many things because of this Python.
Okay. One more question. Rajkumar want to ask, what is the implementation of Python in machine language?
Implementation means Python is a language. We are just implementation means how you are implementing it, right? So as of now, it is getting implemented with the help of Flask. We are means whenever we are implementing with the help of this Flask tool, and many other tools are also there.
Okay, sir. I think there is no more question yet. Okay, I think everyone is clear with your agenda.
Hmm.
So I think that's all for this session. Okay. And some information I would like to give all the students who are attending this workshop, guys. Okay. To receive this participation certificate, okay, an industry recognized certificate, what you have to do, okay. So at the end of this session, okay, we will open the comment box on our YouTube channel. You all have to comment about today's session, what you have learned today, okay, or what you gained today, okay. And after commenting that comment, you just have to take the screenshot. In group we will forward you our Google form, okay. At that Google form you just have to put that screenshot, okay. And one more thing you have to do, okay, you all have LinkedIn ID. I already have taken session on LinkedIn ID, so you all have to just write a post, okay, about today's workshop, okay, about today's industry expert session, how you like the session, okay, what are the things that you gain from the session, okay, and how was our guest speaker, okay. And after posting that story or status, okay, you all have to just copy the link of that LinkedIn status and just put on the Google form, okay. So that's all from our side, guys. One more question there is, okay, what is the average package of software developer? I think Am I audible, Mr. Nishan sir?
Yes, Saurabh. Yes,
Uh,
Saurabh. Sorry, I was on mute.
okay, okay, no
My
issues.
mistake.
One question there is,
So
what is the average package of software developer?
yeah. So average salary, average package is around 5.5 to 7.5 per annum for software developer. But if suppose if you have some experience, it could be more than 10 also.
One
But
question Pankaj want to ask. Okay, he
mhm,
is a computer science student and he want to develop his coding skill. So
mhm.
he want to ask that is basic languages are helpful like C++ or Java before learning Python?
Yeah, obviously it is. See, for any language, we need to worry about this logic part, right? So if your logic is clear, then I don't think so that you need to. It is very must to learn C, C++, or Java. Directly, also you can learn this Python language if you have you know how to put your logic into your code. So that is also required. But C and C++ will be helpful, but it is not mandatory that you should know C, C++, then only you can learn Python. Directly also you can learn Python. Yeah,
So that's all for today. Thank you, Nishan sir, for coming here and guiding all the students who are present here. Okay, because expert like you in Python, okay, our student will definitely learn so many things from you. Thank you for here, sir. Okay, we will accept you
sure,
more session. Okay, like on machine learning or IoT in for future classes.
sure, sure, Saurabh. Thank you. And thank you, Ramnik, for inviting me. Thank you all and hope to see you again.
So
Take care.
that
Stay fit.
that's all for today, guys. Okay, we are opening YouTube comment box in a minute. Okay, so I already have explained what you have to do. Okay, because it is very important, guys. So that maybe suppose some of you have missed the session. So from your comment, they can learn what you all get today. Okay, and also when you will post the status, okay, or you can say post on LinkedIn. So many of the students will also get to know what are the things you are learning from here. Okay. So that's all today, guys. See you soon. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.